Hello everyone. There's a memo that came out that is freaking out a lot of people. That memo on adjustment of status. So basically, they are discouraging people somehow to do adjustment of status. So they cited two case law, um, and they basically saying that they're citing the matter of Blas, which is a 19 I think 70s cases, to say that immigration adjustment of status is a matter of discretion and a matter of grace. As such, people have the burden of proving they're eligible for it. Well, there's nothing new here except panic, of course. What they're trying to target, from my perspective, is something. I'm just going to kind of give my conclusion at the beginning itself. They're targeting people who don't have dual intent visas. Dual intent visas are visas like L1, H1Bs, O1. Those are not really being targeted, I think, because from what I'm seeing from that memo. But that memo doesn't come up with anything new. They talk about discretionary power, a matter of grace. Yes, but there's also a bunch of other cases, including a memo, that the adjudicator has to make a favorable decision when everything is good on the case, right? It was not taken for granted because this was debated since the 1970s, and there are many BIA decisions, etc., from the 1970s. I think 5 or 6 decisions that goes in the favor of the applicant, right? So that means what they're doing right now is just trying their luck, kind of. Of course, they will use that now as a tool, basically, to make it harder when people are going for adjustment of status. They're encouraging consular processing. But as you know, consular processing is a nightmare many times, especially with the retrogression for India. And if you look at the memo of even USCIS before, they clearly mentioned that the adjudicator should grant adjustment of status. They should look at it in a favorable way. That means people who have, of course, any kind of criminal situations, they are going to have a hard time. But at the end of the day, other people like L1As, H1Bs, O1s, people on EB1As, EB1, etc., I don't think that memo will affect them. But again, this is my opinion because they made it really kind of vague when they say it's a matter of discretion and grace. We all know it's a matter of discretion. Matter of grace, we always say that immigration is a privilege, not a right. But definitely now things are going to get a little bit harder. But that doesn't mean people should just panic, because I'm getting calls since yesterday on people panicking on this. So if you need help on adjustment of status or any kind of immigration, especially EB1, national interest waivers, perm labor certification, H1Bs, L1, O1, family petitions, let us help you. But again, for people who have a situation which is not very clear on their status, adjustment of status is going to be a problem, especially people who come here maybe on a visitor visa, then later adjust status or F1 visa, etc. They are the one who are going to face a little bit hardship. But again, if you get a good lawyer, and like I said, there are 5-6 cases, 5-6 situations, and including cases that are against what they are saying, not against, but can counteract what they are saying. So let the lawyers do their job and don't panic, because I know they put that on the weekend, on Friday, and then people on the weekend are going to stress. That's the goal, but don't get stressed. If you need help, call us 510-742-5887. Thank you.